Amazing. Good morning, David.
Good morning. Good morning, Adam Handler, my partner for the show Cruising with the Case Sadler. Thank you so much. You're catching on, man.
You know, there's this expression, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on Nelson.
Oh, man, you have caught on real fast. No wonder you are the Case Handler, man. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Adam Handler on the show, of course, Cruising with the Case Handler. And of course, he's an attorney that has made a difference within my community. And I'm very proud of him. I'm very proud for what it is that he has done for the community. Settling, ladies and gentlemen, a ridiculous amount of money, well over $100 million for the Caribbean community when it comes to personal injury. You heard me talking about him earlier this morning. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, he's here for you. I want to remind everyone, whenever you get into an accident, you only need one man because you have got one choice. And of course, you're going to use that one choice because you've got one chance. And you only need Adam Handler to handle your personal injury case. So automobile accident, slip and fall, medical malpractice, construction accident, write the number down, people. I don't care if you're listening to this show. I don't care if you're listening to the show after this, the ones in the afternoon, the ones in the evening, the ones on the weekend. You only need one man. And he has proven himself not only to the Caribbean community, but to everyone who listens to this station for the past 15 years. So write the number down now, dial it. Let it ring 15, 20 seconds. It's actually going to his desk right next to him right this second. The number is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Conrad, can I get that intro for the shark himself? That's what I call him. He will always be the shark for me to the people when it comes to the maximum compensation. There you go, Adam Handler. Let's get a true success story, man. We've got Conrad Pollock, ladies and gentlemen, the maestro. We've got Nelson Madrid, the maverick. They are immigration attorneys. Conrad Pollock is a managing partner at the firm. Nelson Madrid, I've been there for 13 plus years. Helped out a lot of people, call him the top gunner. So if you've ever gotten arrested and you're sorting out your immigration problems, you need him. And of course, if it's family, you need a maestro. You need them all when it comes to immigration. 844-774-3529. Start placing your questions, ladies and gentlemen, on Facebook, or start calling 844-774-3529 to ask your immigration questions. With that said, let's kick it over to the case handler, Adam Handler, right now, right here. And hopefully everyone took care of the moms over the weekend.
We did. First of all, my Mother's Day gift to Stacy was I was shaving. I don't know if anybody realizes, but I had a pretty decent sized thick beard, and I couldn't go out shopping, so I figured I'd just shave. But she appreciated it, and it feels good. So a fresh start. Let's get the week off right. Do me a favor though. Let me share that screen, David. Okay. Give up the reins, brother. I got to be the co-host here.
Oh yeah, I keep. Yeah, you know, I'm just gonna.
That's all right. So listen, we're about to get into it. We're about to get into a true life success story. And you know what's kind of cool now that a byproduct of working from home. It's crazy. This week I think is going to be, we're going to go on our 8th week, which means that for 2 months I've been working from my home office. Matthew Goodstein's been working from his home office. But we still have been settling literally dozens of cases for millions and millions and millions of dollars. So the power of Wi-Fi and the power of phone, and of course the power of your reputation for successful results has really done well for our clients. And I am very pleasantly surprised that we've been able to do such incredible things for the people that have trusted us with the one and only chance. But a great byproduct is the fact that my kids have actually taken a very notable interest in what I do and want to hear about cases and how we do things, because I'm usually out all day working on these things. Now they see me and hear me screaming on the phone and hanging up on people and saying, pretty much, F you, pay me, that kind of situation. They also like coming in here and playing with this thing. They don't really, kids these days don't really know what this is, right? They don't really get to see this, and they don't understand why there's a cord, why it has to be tied to something, which I think is pretty interesting. But, I digress. Screen is shared. I don't know. I'll let Nelson. Nelson, pick a number, any number. What do you see?
Maverick. Pick a number.
1.8, I see.
Yeah, but there's a 2.65.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Before.
All right.
Actually, I'm sorry. Yeah, let's talk about the 3.4.
The 3.4. This is the case. Actually, there's no link to this one, but that is a very important case. We actually spoke about it a couple weeks ago. This is the case in which we represented the individual in a car accident out in Freeport, Long Island. And it was a very, very serious car accident case, probably one of the most difficult cases I ever worked on. It was many years ago. Actually, I was working on it at my other firm. Of course, I was taking the lead on it and did all the work. I did have a different associate at the time. I don't know if he's watching, but Jeff, you know who you are, and you did some incredible work. But that was a case that really changed lives, because we were able to not only get the money from the cars, we were able to get money from the town of Freeport. And in response to this accident, they actually changed the design of that intersection. Prior to the accident, there were literally dozens of accidents. After the accident, there was not a single accident. So changing the life of the family, the daughter was extremely injured, a traumatic brain injury, and also changing the general safety of the neighborhood at whole. But we'll go back to the 2.65 million, because we can really talk about this. And I love the quotes, of course. David, would you read it for me, please?
Absolutely. Everything went perfectly with my case, and I am very happy with the results. Jada from BK, Brooklyn.
Yep. 2.65 million. This was a case actually we settled this year. Initially, the offer was about $50,000, and the case went on, and then she wound up having a surgery, which really changed things. Whenever people always ask me, what's my case worth? And it's impossible to say right away, because, it's all about the extent of your injuries and the extent of your treatment. People that have surgery are going to get more money than people that don't have surgery. I mean, it's just a fact, because first of all, your medical bills are going to be higher, but also your injuries are more significant. More significant injuries require surgical intervention, because therapy may not work. Acupuncture may not work. Medication may not work. Stretching may not work. Even injections, whether it's cortisone or epidural steroids, they may not work as well. So when the injuries are significant and severe and surgery is required, that's when you start getting into the very large numbers. And it's a case we were just about to go to trial on, and we got exactly what we wanted. It took them a while to get them to pay it, but they did. And Jada says here, everything, how do we get rid of this? I'm sorry. Everything went perfectly well with my case, and I'm very happy with the results. The case and our team were excellent lawyers who performed well. When push came to shove, their efficiency throughout the whole process was astounding, smooth, and simple. I mean, these are the words of the client. I would recommend the case and our team to anyone in an accident. Adam is an outstanding lawyer, and he treated me like he's part of his family. Once again, a true life success story quote that involves the word family. I haven't kept count, but I would venture to say that over 50% of the quotes that we take from clients make some sort of reference to being treated like family. And like I always say, there's a lot of good lawyers out there, but there's very, very few actually that will get a unbelievable result or has the ability to obtain an unbelievable result, but in the process, treat you like family, treat you with respect, and make you feel comfortable with the entire process, and actually want to take a picture with you at the end of the case or give a quote for us to put on our website. And this was an accident involving a pedestrian, a very, very serious accident. She was hit by a van. The van said that she was jaywalking, but we were able to get that testimony precluded. And once it was her word against nobody's word, because if the driver's precluded, it's basically the only evidence is what she says. That's when the settlement really got big. They went from 50,000 to 250,000 and eventually 2.65 million. But you know what? It's just showing here exactly what we do here at Pollock Isaac Tasico, what we do, when your case is with the case handler team, millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. Auto accidents, construction accidents, slip and fall, trip and fall accidents, workplace accidents, you name it. If you've been injured through the negligence of somebody else, I would make the recommendation that if nothing else, you give us a call and let us know how we can help you. Because as David said at the beginning of this broadcast, there are no redos. You have one chance to get it right. One chance to get it right, one choice of attorney, and we hope it's the case handler. One chance, one choice, your case handler team at PPID.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Adam Handler, your personal injury attorney. The important thing here is that no, you're not in an accident now. I mean, Adam, I've spoken about actually, being on the radio and people getting into.
Yeah, we've had those cases.
Yeah. So, but if you're not in an accident now, I still need for you to store the number. If you're in an accident, call 911. Then you call Adam Handler once you've settled. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone that's out there, what I need from you, what Adam Handler needs from you, Conrad Pollock, even the immigration attorneys, Nelson Madrid, they need for you to store the number. God forbid you get into that accident, no matter how small, no matter how large. I need for you to dial one number only after you have sought medical emergency. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, the number for the attorney, the number for the case handler is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. One more time, 844-PPIDLAW. And that's personal injury talk. We're switching it over to immigration. But remember, it's one firm, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, it's Pollock, Isaac, and Tasico right here on Cruising with the Case Handler, Adam Handler, and myself, David Squeeze Attica. Every weekday, 8:30 a.m. we do it. And also on Saturdays at 7 p.m. and also on Sundays at 12 noon. And of course, I know they got an influx of calls, plural, on Saturday. And I know they're sorting that out, Ruchi, Ralston, and the entire team. And remember, people, we're talking immigration now. And remember, after you have received your immigration consultation for free, retain them. Last week, I spoke with a few people who called me up. And the most important thing that I could tell them after they told me, Squeeze, you are right. These immigration attorneys are phenomenal. I said, did you retain them? They said, thinking about it. I said, don't think. Retain them now. You will get a deal now. You'll get a discount now. How much? I said, I can't do that. I can't discuss attorney fees. It's against the law. But if you talk to them and you mention my name, Squeeze, I promise everyone, Conrad and of course Nelson, respectively, the Maestro and the Maverick, they will give you a discount on their fees. They will even set up payment plan. I don't care if you got to give them $1 to start. I mean, that's ridiculous. But, get the program started, ladies and gentlemen. And get that free phone consultation now when it comes to immigration. Don't wait. You see, a lot of people, you're sitting on your backside right now and you're saying, nah, I'm going to wait until immigration open. No. Don't wait until immigration open up again. Do it now, all right? The early bird gets the worm. One more thing before I turn it over to Conrad Pollock and Nelson Madrid. I have seen throughout the years since I've been doing immigration talk on radio since 1996, showing my age, that those people who actually start their filing early, who get into the systems, are the ones who benefit more. So don't sit on that box side, okay? Get into the system when it comes to immigration. Call up Nelson, call up Conrad, call up Andrea, okay? Shira, all right? And say, what can I do? Is there anything I can do right now? Okay? And after you do that, hire them. The most powerful thing you can do after you get a free consultation from the leading firm when it comes to immigration and personal injury is to hire them. Don't come up with an excuse. Hire them, retain them, ask for a payment plan. I don't care how small. Get the process started. And as I hand it over, I'm going to give you an old proverb. The journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. The journey of 1,000 miles start with the first step. If you get a consultation and you don't start the journey, you know me, I'm going to tell you, you're literally burning yourself. So make sure you do that. One more proverb, Conrad, before you take over, and you, Nelson. Procrastination is the thief of time. Remember that. Procrastination is the thief of time. And hopefully you learned something from that. I am David Squeezaniki for Cruising with a Case Handler with Adam Handler, the personal injury attorney that you just heard from, the most celebrated personal injury attorney. Now let me introduce Conrad Pollock and Nelson Madrid, and they're going to be talking on immigration. I'm going to let them bring us up to date, and then we'll get into a few questions right here on 93.5 WVIP FM. Conrad, take it away. Nelson, take it away.
Good morning. That was quite an introduction. I only wish I had a pen handy. I'd like to write those proverbs down myself.
I'll send them to you.
Good words to live by, for sure. Words to live by. Well, anyway, good morning, everybody, and hope everyone had a wonderful Mother's Day. I know I did. I came home and spent time with the family. It was a beautiful day, and all good, right? But I'm, Monday morning, guys, I'm dragging. So Nelson, you're gonna have to pick me up here. All right? I'm just now having my first cup of coffee. So go ahead, Nelson, Maverick, pick me up.
Maverick, top gunner, wagwan.
Good morning.
Where I say, Maverick.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for listening. Actually, Squeeze, before I forget, someone had actually called previously and asked a question about having a conviction, I believe, for conspiracy, for drug sale or something. I may have, or actually I did misspeak. The permanent bar, a permanent bar, which would prevent someone from applying for citizenship with that type of conviction, would apply to a conviction after November 29th, 1990. So if you have a drug conviction prior to then, you would still be eligible for citizenship. Anything after November 29th, 1990 would disqualify you. And I just wanted to mention that because I believe there was some confusion. I think I may have previously said 1996. It is after November 29th, 1990. So I just wanted to get that out there. But otherwise, I'm doing well. Mother's Day, very nice day.
Nelson, let me jump in. Nelson was fretting about this the entire weekend. You know that. This is the type of people we are at the firm. We don't just close up shop on Friday night and not look at work again until Monday morning. We talk and we meet and we think about these things all weekend long. We live and breathe immigration law at PPID. That's a fact, and there's an example of it.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. I mean, obviously, I wanted to get that information out there first thing today because I was thinking about it the whole weekend and it was driving me crazy.
You texted me yesterday about it. Like, Nelson, come on, it's Mother's Day.
I know. And Nelson and Conrad, how are the calls being? I mean, I know on Saturdays we get rained on when it comes to calls. How are people responding? I always like to talk about it because the importance here, and it's something that I like to drum in my people. A lot of us Caribbeans, we tend to want to get, right, listen, I'm not beating up on you, but maybe I am. We want to get things done for free. Life is hard. But, Conrad, Nelson, I always say, man, when it comes to something that is that important, do you really want to do it for free? Something that I don't know the immigration law in details. I don't. All right. So that's the reason why I would hire an attorney. All right. So I want to make sure that the folks have been reaching out to you. That's one. Two, the conversation is going right as far as them retaining you guys. So I need for you guys to expound on that because that is what's important. The folks hiring you. Thank you so much for giving the free consultation, Nelson. Thank you so much for giving the free consultation, Maestro, aka Conrad Pollock, managing partner. Thank you so much, Shira, aka Andrea. All right, we're going to be bringing more attorneys on. But talk to me. How are these people responding to you right now? How about people responding to you? And how do they feel about you giving the free immigration consultation? Are they receptive? Tell me a little bit more.
Well, we had a ton of calls this past weekend. Our staff is not really used to working on weekends. We're typically not open on the weekends in normal days.
Right.
Since we're all working from home, and since we've been on the show for a month now, the calls on the weekend have been keeping our staff busy. I get text all day Saturday, all day Sunday, into Sunday night about calls that are coming in, and of course, the appointments are scheduled either on the spot or during the week. So, it seems that the pattern is developing that we are rained on with phone calls over the weekend. And then the first couple of days of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we spend, our legal staff spends a lot of their time answering those calls. And, some of those calls are people just asking simple questions, and we provide it, and it's not a problem. Others, it's more complicated. They have criminal issues, or they lost their green card, or grandma's stuck in Jamaica and can't get home. So we're seeing all kinds of situations, and it's a rare situation that we can't respond, can't handle, even as much as, it's not really, you need a lawyer. Here's a website, go and check it out, and you'll get the form that you need, or that type of thing. And we're here to provide a service to the community, and that's fine. Again, the response has been, I was going to say the response has been great. The response has been overwhelming, and it's great. I love seeing it. Before I go to bed on Sunday night, I check and I go over what we did the past week. And every week, there was the number of responses was growing. And it does my heart good to see the type of response we're getting and the good work we're doing with the community.
Beautiful, beautiful. The voice of Conrad Pollock, ladies and gentlemen. We call him the maestro on this program, which is Cruising with the Case Handler, myself and Adam Handler, your personal injury attorney. And of course, well said, well put. An influx of calls keep going in each and every single day on the weekend. It just floods in. And we want to say much respect to all the people who have hired the attorneys at Pollock, Isaac, and DeSico. Do remember, if you call now, right now, your consultation will be free. So call this number, 844-774-3529. Once again, every human being out there that is in the United States, even if you're outside of the United States, but you need U.S. immigration help, you call one firm, and that's PPID. Call them now, lock in your consultation, all right? They will be busy with the people that they have spoken with over the weekend, but squeeze in your consultation right now, the phone consultation, off the air, privately, and confidentially. Do it now. Here's the number, 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. I know the human body on a Monday feels like it doesn't want to do much, okay? You normally say it's Blues Monday, but no, there are no blues here. Get up, be energetic, take life by the reins and say, you know what? I'm going to call the immigration attorneys, Conrad and Nelson. I'm going to set up that consultation. I'm going to listen to what they have to say, and then I'm going to move forward and retain them. The number, 844-774-3529. Call them now, 844-774-3529. Once again, we are here each and every single day. Make sure you get your questions in on Facebook now, David Squeeze Anarchy, or the Case Handler, or PPID's page, Pollock, Isaac, and DeSico. Later on, we'll come back. We'll speak more with Adam Handler, the most celebrated personal injury attorney.
Yeah, buddy.
Not because he's my friend, but,
it's
not
because
he's got a baby face this morning. All right.
Because it's true. I don't lie.
It is true. You are the man. By the way, who shaved you, dude?
That's a very personal question, but the answer is me. And it seems like everything I do these days on the weekend, I do after having at least one glass of wine. So I may have missed a few spots, but that's okay. We did okay. Now it's time for the hair. Listen, it's desperate times, tough times, and as they say, just because we're quarantining, it's no reason to let ourselves go. A lot of people are growing out the beards and growing out the hair and not working out. But what's going to happen when everything's back to normal? You're gonna look like
me.
You're gonna look like Squeeze, and nobody wants that. So
I do the workout though. All right, let's squeeze in. That's of course Adam Handler, the personal injury man. Of course, we call him the Case Handler. Once again, do remember, reach out to him if you get hurt in an accident. You got to, ladies and gentlemen, reach out to him. 844-774-3529. All right, so here's one. Okay. All right. Here's one. Deborah Palmer. Okay. Says here, if you see me looking over here, I'm looking at another screen. Quickly, let's get this one before the top of the hour. Let's see how good these gentlemen are. You got 1 minute to
the lightning round. Let's go.
1 minute to answer this question. It's on Facebook. Question: I posted an immigration bond for my ex-husband in 2008. His case is finally pending a decision 12 years later. How do I go about getting the bond money back? Do I need an attorney? I guess that's not an immigration question.
No, it actually is. I can
is?
answer that.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I can.
That's the
I
reason
can
why you're the
answer.
man. That's the reason why you're the man.
That is an immigration question, all right.
That is something we sometimes assist clients with. Basically, she's going to have to wait for a final decision on that case before she can get back the immigration bond. Once she has a final decision, hopefully it's a favorable decision, she should then make a copy of that decision. She obviously should have a receipt confirming the amount she paid on her husband's bond, his name, his alien number. She needs to contact that office and basically let them know. I would include a copy of that decision with that receipt that she was provided. She should also make sure to keep a copy of the receipt and keep a copy of anything she provides to immigration. Technically, immigration is supposed to do this on their own. Unfortunately, it doesn't always happen that way. I've had clients whose cases were concluded in a favorable manner. 3 or 4 years, they're still waiting to get their bond money back, so they contact us. That's something we could definitely assist with.
Okay. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we call him the Maverick. So whenever you call up PPID, just say, yeah, I want to talk to the Maverick, you know, the Maverick or the man. Anything to do with any arrest. If you've ever been arrested, make sure you link him up and you're sorting out your immigration situation. But even if no arrest, even if you just need just general immigration help, you call one number, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to give it to you right now, repetitively, several times. And after you get the free consultation, just hire them. Don't play around and wait and procrastinate and all of that. No, hire them, okay? Use my name, okay? And you will get discounts. Just say, yo, squeeze some and forget a discount. Call them now and get that free immigration consultation phone off the air. The number is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. That's 844-PPIDLAW. And do remember, it's the same number for personal injury. 844-774-3529. Get a free phone consultation off the air. And then, of course, speak to them and hire them, not retire them, hire them and make sure you get your process sorted out. Immigration is a minefield. Immigration is a minefield. Conrad says it all the time. Don't step on that mine, okay? Hire someone to go through the minefield with you. And that, ladies and gentlemen, happens to be the Maverick, Nelson Madrid, or, of course, Conrad Pollock. Let's go to the top of the hour. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here on Facebook right now. And, of course, we're going to be answering your questions. What I need for everybody on Facebook to do for Adam Handler, the personal injury attorney, for Conrad Pollock and Nelson Madrid, the immigration attorney, is to share the page you're watching. Share the page you're watching. That's what we want you to do for the next few minutes. Just share the page on your friends' timelines. Share the page in groups. Share the page on pages that you're admins of. And also, of course, join some groups. Join groups that you know people need immigration help in. Let them know that we've got attorneys here giving free immigration information. Just join the groups and then share the link that you are watching. All right? Be our team. I say team squeeze. And once again, just share that and we'll take care of you. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, it is Cruising with a Case Handler on 93.5 FM in New York, 8:30 in the mornings, and also Saturdays, 7 p.m., Sundays, 12 noon, respectively. Getting back to the questions, let's fire up some more immigration questions here. If a United States citizen, lawyers, petition for his or her parent using an I-130, can a minor child of the parent be added as a derivative to gain legal status?
This person has clearly done some homework in terms of learning some of the immigration parlance. The answer is no. Immediate relative petitions, which is a U.S. citizen applying for parents or a spouse or kids, there are no derivative family members allowed to come. So the answer is no. He can apply for his parents, and mom or dad, once they have their green cards, can apply for the brother or sister.
Okay. Once again, Conrad Pollock giving you the answer there, your immigration attorney. He has independently 35 years of experience. And of course, he's with a firm that's been around for half a century. So make sure you check him out. PPID 225 Broadway in New York City on the 3rd floor. All apart here, ladies and gentlemen. They're here to help you. All right, let's get to another one. My case is about to expire on a sponsorship visa, but I have not received any information yet. What can I do? Let's go to one of the immigration attorneys.
I have no idea what that person is talking about. I'm assuming it says sponsorship visa. It's not, maybe, I mean, any case involves a sponsor, whether it's a relative or an employer. I'm going to assume that he's talking about an employer. The thing is, I don't know if he's talking about a temporary visa. I don't know if he's talking about applying for his green card. So that's kind of difficult to answer without a few more facts there. My guess is, again, he's being sponsored by an employer for a temporary visa, possibly. But if time's about to expire, I don't know. I don't know what he's done, or therefore I don't know what he needs.
And that's the reason why they need to call.
Yeah, that's somebody that you call us with a little more detail, and then we could probably answer his questions.
Absolutely. I do remember, folks, when you call, it's a private phone consultation. All right, ask all the questions you want to ask. I mean, no, you're not going to get 1 hour phone consultation and 30-minute phone consultation. These are attorneys. I mean, I do believe that Nelson's got to feed his kids. Okay. All right. So, he can't just chillax for the next 2.5 hours, put his feet up with a red stripe and answer your questions. He can't do that. He's got to work for the firm. He's got other cases he's got to handle, so make sure that you actually get on, have your questions ready, be on point with asking your questions, because yes, you're getting a free phone consultation, but right after you're done, if it's something that you can get help with, hire them. The number, 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Let's hop over to Nelson. And Nelson, quick one. I wanted you to bring me up to date.
Put the red stripe down, Nelson. Let's go. The red stripe at 9 o'clock on a Monday morning.
Push the dreadlocks back to the back. All right. All right. So, Nelson, a quick one. We're in a climate now with this pandemic. A lot of folks have, overstayed here. And I do know that the firm PPID, of which you are a partner of, can help these people who have overstayed. Should they seek help by way of you? Okay. Or should they, is it okay? Is everything okay? Should they ignore it? Okay. I need for you to tell me more about that, because a lot of people have overstayed. Some people are elsewhere and all of that. Some people are probably stayed out of the country longer than they should. So I need for you to expand a little bit on that, seeing that you are a true maverick at PPID.
And I've said this before, and I don't want to sound like a broken record. Dealing with immigration is always a roll of the dice. There's some people who do it themselves and they have a good experience. There's a lot of people who do it themselves and completely complicate an already bad situation. Look, I believe, it's a free consultation. I think giving us a call, letting us know exactly what's happened. If we could be of assistance, we'll let you know. There's a lot of callers who actually just want to go out and try this on their own or do it themselves. It's a tough question to answer. It's something we could definitely help with. But as I said, there's a lot of people who are going to go out and try to do it on their own, have a problem, and then contact a lawyer. And things have become a lot more complicated, and now they don't understand. And, so I'm not sure if I answered the question, but that's
if I could jump in. Squeeze, the scenarios that you just pointed out are very, very common. Probably 30-40% of the calls we're getting have to do with people that are here on temporary visas, and the visa's expiring, or the visa's already expired, but they couldn't leave, or they didn't want to leave because of the pandemic situation, or they have family members back in their country, and the green cards are expiring soon or about to expire, and they want to know how quickly they need to get back here. There was a lot of facts, a lot of details that are required to answer the questions there. But one thing I will say, immigration, look, as I've been saying, I will say it again today, immigration is not your friend. All right. They are not there to help you. That has never been the case. Immigration has never been your friend, but more so today than ever. Immigration's job is to make sure the fewer the number of immigrants coming to the United States, the better, because that pleases the boss. And we all know who the boss is these days. But that said, probably the one area that I can think of, if I was pressed, the one area that I could think of where the Immigration Service may cut you some slack is in the area of those people that entered on tourist visas or student visas or what have you, primarily tourist visas, and those visas expired or about to expire, and that person is sick, can't leave, or has a family member here in the United States that is sick and they're taking care of them, or they couldn't get a plane back to their country. If you can document those situations, you can apply for an extension of your time to stay here. Typically, if it's tourist visa, you come in for 6 months and they will extend you for an additional 6 months. That first extension is never, it used to be fairly easy to obtain. The last couple of years, not so easy anymore. But again, if there's one area where immigration is cutting some slack, that's it. So if you can document that you have a reason for staying, again, taking care of a family member, you're sick, you can't get a flight, whatever, you have a good chance of getting that extension. Even if the visa expired, even if your stay expired last week, it's still worth applying for an extension. If your visa expired 2 months ago, nah, not so much. It still might be worth your while.
Conrad, that reminds me of that case. We had that personal injury case with those 2 boys from Jamaica. We had a personal injury case in which 2 boys from Jamaica were here up on a church mission. They were supposed to be here, I believe, for 6 months, going around spreading the word of their particular parish and accepting donations. They were in a van, and the van got in a terrible accident, flipped over. One of the kids was actually medevaced out. Another one went to hospital by ambulance. So we had the personal injury case. But I remember
the visas were about to expire.
Exactly. What did we do? Because they had some pretty serious injuries. I remember we had to get some notes from the doctor, but we were able to get them 2 extensions, I believe.
If you can demonstrate that you've been injured, if you're in a car accident and your visa is about to expire next week, you can document what happened. The odds are you're going to get that extension. In their case, also, maybe it was an additional case. They had to go to court, right?
Yep,
and
absolutely. They deposition.
It was a month later or something, and we were able to document it, and we were able to get their extensions based on that.
Yeah, we had to get their depositions in, and
the point is, if there's a need, and you can document that need, and it's legitimate. Now, you can't just say, my son's graduation party is next month and I need to be here for that. That's not going to really cut it. But if you have a legitimate reason, a legitimate emergency, it's worth applying for that extension. Even if your time expired, it's worth it.
And that made all the difference in my case, because I remember the insurance company saying, well, they're going to be out of here in a few months anyway. What are they going to do? They're not going to come to court. And you stood up and you said, no, that's not the way it goes. And we got him the extension, and then we wound up getting him hundreds of thousands of dollars, and we sent it down to Jamaica, because they had since returned after their extension had run out. So that was a perfect example as to the synergy of Pollock, Isaac DeSico, as to the team effort, personal injury and immigration. Really knocked it out of the park. And we just got a Facebook question on the case handler page. Nelson, you want to take that one?
Sure. It says, my dad came here illegally but got a work permit. His daughter is 18. Can she file for him? First of all, you don't just get a work permit. There's no such a thing as just exclusively applying for a work permit. He must have filed something else to get a work permit. Also, in order for a daughter to petition for her father or her parent or a child, that child needs to be at least 21 years of age. So because she's 18, she can't file for him. Not now.
Yeah, I'd be curious to know how he got his work permit.
Right.
Maybe he applied for asylum. Who knows? But he does need someone to sponsor him for the green card in order to get that work permit. In fact, maybe he came on a temporary visa. And again, we don't have all the information.
Well, let me ask you this question, because
no, he came here illegally.
Oh, in that case, I have no idea how he got his work authorization.
So I would like to expand on that for a second. There are so many people who basically file documents, sign documents, and have no idea what they signed or what they've filed. And I think this is a good example. Again, immigration now has a file on this gentleman, right? So as I said before, you can't just apply for a work permit. There's no such a thing. He had to have filed something else that would allow him to get a work permit. So if at some point this person can legalize his status or believes he can legalize his status, any competent attorney should request a copy of his file from immigration and find out what happened previously, because that is now part of his history.
Yeah,
that is something.
Reminds me of a situation, Nelson, that we've dealt with probably more than once or twice over the year. There's a guy who similar question, similar situation. Guy comes to us, says, "Oh, you got work authorization." All right, we do a little digging, get his old file, and it turns out that the papers that he submitted indicated that he was married to a U.S. citizen, entered with a visa, and he got work authorization that way. and would talk to the client. Says, "Did you know you're married?" Says, "No, I didn't." What he did, he went to some guy down the block, notary or some lawyer that probably lost his license since then, and the lawyer or the notary filled out his paperwork. He didn't even know what he was signing. He signed it. The gentleman submitted it to the immigration service. It got through somehow. They paid the fees and all, and the guy got work authorization. Then, of course, a year, 2, 3 years down the road, immigration catches up and finds out what's going on. Guy ends up in the removal proceedings. Right?
Wow.
It's just a perfect example of how things can get absolutely screwed up. And and I'm getting more and more phone calls. Obviously a lot of people that were calling back on the immigration side are saying, well, I'm going to try to do it myself. Times are tough. I'm going to try to do it myself, which we strongly advise would be a very, very foolish move. But I've been hearing more and more through message boards on personal injury attorneys and also some clients calling that insurance companies are calling people now within hours of the accident saying they'll write them a check. Oh, well, listen, it's a tough time. You may not be able to go see a lawyer right now, so why delay? Here's $250 or here's $500. And those things are happening. I'll call them out right now on it. Progressive Insurance Company is notorious for this, that within a day of your accident, there's going to be a knock on the door. Somebody's going to say, hey, we heard you were in an accident, but it wasn't that serious. Just sign this release and here's a $500 check for you.
That is messed up.
And I've had those situations. We had a case, I'll never forget. We had a case years ago in which a client calls me, and first name was Winsome. I'll never forget. I guess it's a pretty popular name in Jamaica because I've had 7 or 8 Winsomes since then. But she calls me. She says, yeah, I got in an accident. Progressive came the next day with a check for $500, and I don't know what to do. I said, come on in. I want to see the check too. She comes in. And she's wearing a neck brace. I mean, this lady is legitimately hurt. The accident happened 2 days before. And I said, this is ridiculous. You can't sign this. She went with us. She signed, hired us. And we worked on the case. And make a long story short, I settled the case about 7 months later for $60,000, right? We wound up negotiating a $60,000 settlement. And you know what? When I called her up, I said, I can't even do the math. It's like whatever the word is to quadruple-ish, blah, 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 your money from 500 to 60,000 within less than a year. She goes, do you think we could still get that 500? I demanded that they pay the extra 500. We settled her case for the only case I've ever settled for $60,500. Because I said, you know what, you had that 500 that should still be on the table. But it shows you when you don't have a lawyer, no matter what your legal need is, you're exposed. You're naked. There's that show on TV, Naked and Afraid. Those people walking around the jungle island, not having any protection, and they have to defend for themselves. Well, it's the same situation. When you have a car accident, a construction accident, or an immigration case, or a matrimonial case, and you don't have an attorney, you are naked and afraid. You stand a chance of being the victim twice, totally screwed. And why do you think in criminal cases, they provide you with an attorney? You'll never be able to go to a criminal case unless you waive your right to counsel. You're always provided an attorney. Why? Because they know that a private individual, somebody with no legal background at all, stands a very significant chance of getting totally screwed over, not by your adversary, but also maybe by the system in general. And in immigration, who's your adversary? Your adversary is immigration. They want you out. You want to be in. Your family wants you to be here. You want to change things for generations to come. There's no better reason than to save that number that we give out over and over. We sound like a broken record, but you know what? We're going to continue to sound like a broken record until the message is out there and everybody understands that our firm handles things very differently than other firms out there. Our firm handles things in a way that's going to make you feel comfortable with the process, respected as a client, and happy at the end with the most successful outcome we can obtain for you. Right? Absolutely. And it all starts with that phone number. That phone number is 844-774-3529. That's 844-PPID Law. We purposely pick numbers that are easy to remember. 844 PPID law. Save the number, use the number. Hey, the phone call's free. We're here to pick up. Even my daughters, I said earlier today, my kids are like amazed by this device with a cord. You know, maybe they'll pick up and say, hey, case handler team. No, I'm just going. They won't. We will. But the information is excellent. The information's free. The only thing we ask you, if you're watching us right now, that means that you're watching on Facebook or Instagram, not listening to us on our 93.5 daily broadcast. Tip your waiter. Share this page. Comment. That's how it spreads. And these days, we want good things spreading, right? This is good stuff. This is quality information from top attorneys that really do care about you and really do care about the process. We love what we do. So please, 844-774-3529.
Absolutely. And before you top it off, Conrad, seems like you guys don't need me, man. You guys do a great job here.
Well, you're standing there being a creep holding your phone like this.
I know, because I'm capturing this so that I can put it up on IG and IGTV. But you all have just demonstrated why it's important to go to one firm that handles all of that. And Conrad explained it before, that no, it's not, jack of all trades, okay, and master of none, okay? I mean, the firm is compartmentalized. So I like that. So once again, folks, if you're watching this, it's very important that you dial a number. If you don't need them now, at least let it ring, store the number. Once again, for the law firm, Pollock, Isaac, and DeSico. This show is called Cruising with a Case Handler. That's Adam Handler because he's a top true personal injury attorney, of course, within the community. The number, I'll give it 5 times. 844-PPID-LAW. That's 844-PPID-LAW. That's 844-774-3529. 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Or visit thecasehandler.com or visit PPID.com. Is it PPID.com?
It is.
Yes.
Okay, there you go.
Squeeze, if I could just jump in for a moment. Adam told me that apparently the person responded and said that her father got status through asylum. If he got status through asylum, right, this is a perfect example. Then he should have gotten a green card. Then there's no need for any sister or child to have to petition for him. Once you get asylum, a year after you getting asylum, you're eligible for a green card. And this is a perfect
call our office.
This is a perfect example.
I was going to jump in also in terms of just following up on what you were saying, Adam. Let's not forget our president, quote unquote, issued a proclamation 2 weeks ago that basically bans several different immigrant categories from immigrating to the United States. That ban is a 60-day ban. It's going to be reviewed in 60 days. That's in June. That's a month away, maybe 5 weeks away. They're going to be reviewing it again. I'm willing to take bets that when they review, not only are they going to continue the ban that they already put into existence, but it's going to be even worse. They're going to ban additional categories of immigrants or non-immigrants from coming to the United States. Another reason not to procrastinate. Things are going to get worse before they get better, folks. All right. And the sooner you act, if you've got somebody back in your country that you're looking to get here, or if you've got, or yourself, you're looking to get your green card and you've been delaying for whatever reason, this is not a smart move. Things are going to get worse before they get better. Let's hope come November, things change. All right. But for now, it's going to get worse before they get better. I promise you, I guarantee you that come 60 days at the end of June next month, things are going to get worse. They're not going to eliminate that ban. They're going to make it stronger and they're going to affect more immigrants. Another reason to get to work and call us.
Absolutely. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Cruising with the Case Handler. We're about to conclude. I want to say thanks to each and every one of you who have shared the page. This is what it's all about. I know we're on a lot of pages. Do remember to just post a question there. I want to say thanks to Ruchi, Tracy, Ali, the entire team who have been passing the information on and spreading the information out there. You have heard from Nelson Madrid, an immigration attorney at the law firm Pollock, Isaac, and DeSico. We call him the Maverick because he's excellent at what it is that he does in helping people who are put in removal proceedings or have ever been arrested, not to mention, of course, all the other immigration cases. We also have the managing partner. You just heard him. And that's, of course, Conrad Pollock, a man who has changed lives for the better with his 35 years of experience with a law firm that's been around for half a century. That's 50 years plus. And obviously, we have got the man who just sneezed in his arm, okay? Adam Handler, the case handler, who just handled his hand with a wonderful, loud sneeze in his armpit. All right? No, that is that part. In his elbows, okay? The man who has settled, more importantly, well over $100 million for his clients. And I want to say thank you so much, Adam, for taking care of the Caribbean community. No, he's not biased. He takes care of all communities, but I'm very proud that he has handled the Caribbean community like they're a family. And I do really respect this man for helping out a community that, for the most part, thought that if they get into an accident and they're out of status, they couldn't get any help. You heard them speaking about the case just now. And the firm handled immigration, handled personal injury. So why would you want to go anywhere else? Even if you've got a criminal defense case, why would you want to go anywhere else? They've got attorneys there, all right? So once again, ladies and gentlemen, what would I say? It would behoove, I got to put that in there, be not to tell you to call PPID, Pollock, Isaac, and DeSico, not to call the case handler team. Ladies and gentlemen, call them. 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Everyone that is watching Facebook right now, share that number today with at least 3 people right now. Whatever you're doing, share that number right there, okay? 844-774-3529. You can speak to the maestro. Pull up the Maverick now. Let me put him on the spot. All right? 844-774-3529. These attorneys, oh, there you go. The Maverick, okay? It's good to be king, all right? These are immigration attorneys that have been dubbed these names because of how good they are at what it is that they do in helping. Seriously, ladies and gentlemen, you don't need any other attorney when it comes to immigration. Seriously, ladies and gentlemen, you don't need any other attorney when it comes to personal injury. Look at all the money raining behind the Adam Handler. That's the money that's going to rain for you, all right, when you get hurt. Because when you get hurt, you can't necessarily take away that hurt 100%, but the money helps you to live the rest of your life with a little bit less pain. That is the reason why David Squeezaniki and the team here say to you, dial the number, store the number. This is a show that we're going to be doing for eons because we're building something here. We're building a community, okay? We want to reach out to everyone that's out there, whether it's the Latino community, whether it's the Asian community, the European community, and obviously the Caribbean community, whatever community, okay? We are here to help you. The case handler and myself with Cruising with the Case Handler and with this team that is truly professional. Dial the number now, 844-774-3529. Tip your waiter, as Adam said, the case handler, and how you can do that today. Every single one of you, please share the number of this great law firm, Pollock, Isaac, and DeSico. Share the number of the case handler team with at least 3 people. That's what I'm asking of you, and that's what they're asking of you. 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. With that said, it's going to be a great day. It's going to be a great life because we've got attorneys helping us out. Do remember to get that free consultation, and more importantly, retain them. Tell them you want a payment plan if you can't afford it all up front. They'll work something out with you. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for doing a great show as usual. Every single day you guys get better as broadcasters. Hey, guess what? Anderson Cooper's got nothing on you guys, all right? I got to say that, all right? Mr. Lemon's got nothing on you guys, all right? Because I know we don't want to talk about anybody on the FOX, all right? Anyway, that's it. We conclude the show. Thank you all so much for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. This is Cruising with the Case Handler. Make sure you check it out every weekday, 8:30 a.m., 93.5 WVIP FM and Facebook.
Thanks, guys.
Saturdays, 7 and 12, respectively, Saturday, Sundays.